Om Shanti, 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 peace, love, peace from India to everyone around the world. Today we're going to do a recorded satsang. This morning we had a live one from Mexico, India, and then it was so beautiful because my students and friends from Spain, from Peru, from Argentina, from many other places, from Panama and Guatemala also joining, and it was like 60 people together, sharing our energies, holding space for each other, which is something that we really need to do for each other right now in these moments of change, and connect one-on-one, connect in this amazing technology that allows us to be together, even though there's physical distances and there are no planes to travel, or it doesn't matter. We're here and we're here for each other. So today I have several questions that I have been writing about many things about the practice itself, and I'm going to answer them one-on-one today. And if you have any question, and if you feel alone, and if you need to reach for someone, please, I'm here for you. I am grateful to be able to give a little bit in front of this emergency, and if I can share anything from my own experience that can help you or inspire you, or maybe I don't know, sustain you in these times of change. This is my honor to serve you. So the first question, there's a girl that wants me to help her in Urdhvanurasana, which is a very beautiful backbend at the end of the practice in Ashtanga Yoga. And she's asking me different questions and describing her posture, and as I wrote you, I'm sorry, but I cannot give you feedback on that because I don't teach asana online. Because I need to see you. And more than see you, I need to know you. I need to see how you speak. I need to see how you walk. I need to know what's been happening in your life. Asana is a medicine, and it should be given with the utmost care, and it's not possible for me personally to give it online. So I know there's many offers right now as a result of this crisis, and something in me, it feels that there's like a reflex of fear in this online asana, because first of all we need to go within and be with ourselves. That's the first let's say like important thing that a yogi can do in these times of extreme intensity. Is just like calm down, tap into our breath, connect to our teacher, Vande Guru Nam, and then do our practice in the silence of the early morning. Wake up early. Please wake up early. I know there's a tendency right now to just like linger and do Netflix until 3 in the morning and be there with the news, and really find a routine where you can practice 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, and then create something that is flexible and loving at the same time for yourself, so you can move through this pause with skill. You don't want to be lost in the news or in the entertainment, and asana can also be an entertainment. So I'm just telling you, just be careful, choose wisely. Maybe once a week, it's nice. You can go into a yin yoga class or a meditation together or something like that. But your personal practice is important. And this brings me to the next question. Fernanda from Argentina, she's asking me about practice at home. And she's telling me that she used to go to a shala, but for different reasons she stopped going to the shala. And when she started practicing at home, she found so much. And she says that she found humility, self-confidence, and awareness. that she could not find in the shala. And it's not that the shala is not important, it is very important, but it's like two legs that we need to cultivate together. When I am not with my teacher, I usually see him a couple months a year. I am doing my home practice, and that's true for many of us Ashtangis. So now that we have a pause from our teachers, it's a great moment to go into your personal practice. And I know it feels awkward in the beginning, we feel lost, so we just see the mat and we don't want to do it, and we just move around in circles, and like, just open your mat and just sit there and close your eyes and find your inner connection. That's the yoga, and this is what we have been preparing for. All yogis in the world, meditators in the world, is the time to hold space not only for ourselves but for everyone out there that is going through a rough patch, because it's together that we can move through this wave. If you are feeling sad, if you're feeling separated or alone, I feel it. So every morning I am sending you love, and I am sending you light and joy and peace. And that's my way of serving you. Even though I may not know you, still I send all that energy. And for those who are in the hospitals and the nurses and the doctors, and a mother writes me, Ines from Uruguay, and she's telling me that she has to be there in the front. It's like our most, incredible warriors right now in the hospitals, and she's also a mother of two little boy and a girl, and she has to hold both extremes in her heart, because she has a profession, a career that she needs to be there for the patients, and at the same time she needs to hold her little kids. And wow, it seems like such an intense equation to hold, especially because this virus is so contagious. So it's in that paradox of what we cannot understand with our mind, but our heart says, I need to do this, I need to hold both in this moment of uncertainty. And thank you, Ines, so much for writing me. I admire you so much. I'm in total awe of what all of you are doing around the world. It's like you are servants of love and of light, and if I somehow in my personal practice can send you energy and strength, that's my little contribution. And if all of us around the world do that for these amazing doctors and nurses, I'm sure they're going to be performing much better. And thank you. I just want to tell you that I'm honored to receive your email, and that I'm holding space for you. The next question is from Nuria in Spain, and she's asking me specifically about books in Spanish about yoga, and I want to do the recommendation for everyone. And maybe it's in English, maybe it's in Italian, maybe it's in French. The Bhagavad Gita, the one that I always recommend. This is a story of courage in times of deep crisis. And this is the story of a very capable warrior that feels he cannot do it, and feels completely shattered and is full of fear, and imagine the most powerful warrior that ever existed. And if he is there in that moment of doubt and confusion, then what about us? I mean, it's like we are just simple mortals. This Arjuna is like a semi-god, and yet he's scared, and that brings perspective to our humanness. We are all scared. We are all living in very uncertain times, and at the same time, if we connect to Krishna, to God, to the love, to the awareness, to the wisdom, we are going to realize that we are much more than our fear. So Nuria, Bhagavad Gita, and of course the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali is also a beautiful and important book in yoga. It's 182 aphorisms, sutras. They are small sentences that explain everything that happens in the mind when we practice yoga. It's not only a physical practice, it's a very deep and intense practice to calm our minds. And he just tells us one by one, how can we stay connected and how can we go beyond the obstacles, because there will be so many obstacles when we start practicing yoga, not only inside of our mind and our emotions, but also in the external circumstances. And we are able to surpass them all. If we are awake, if we are aware, and if we have that devotion in our heart for our guru, for our teacher. And if you don't have a teacher, don't worry, for someone that you admire, even for your grandma, for your partner, for your kids, for anything that is sacred to you, that's your guru right now. And this brings me to the next. I want to thank Jana in Mexico. We had a very beautiful live satsang this morning, and satsangs is my way to hold the space for many of you that are let's say we're all in need of this connection right now, and we created this space through Instagram Live, and we're going to be holding a live satsang hopefully every Friday of this crisis. So next Friday, April the 3rd at 7:30 at night Mexican time, I will be here again with you for any questions, anything you want to share. I am more than happy to simply hold space for us. Today we were more than 60 people around the world. Beautiful. People from Spain, from Mexico, Panama, Guatemala, Peru, Argentina. It was very, very beautiful and intense. From Italy, Venezuela, like, wow, it was just very heart-opening. Thank you, Jana. And I want to explain a little bit about the word Samadhi. Samadhi is the name of the studio, but it's also the 8th limb of Ashtanga Yoga. And Samadhi is the connection that we are inside of us and with everything and everyone. And these are times to nurture that connection, to understand that we are moving in this new awareness together. And we cannot leave anyone behind. We are practicing every morning for each other. We are sending love, even though we may not know people around us that have the virus, but we know friends of friends, and we are practicing for them. We are praying for them. These are times of extreme intensity, and it's through our yoga practices as our shield and our space to calm down and breathe deeply that we're going to find support. And in these times also, find ways beyond your practice and your sharing and your reading to create something new. And as I told you, I am starting to cook, which is something that I've never done. I felt I was very I felt very inadequate cooking. And, I'm experimenting with my husband, and we have, created some beautiful things. This morning we created some chickpeas, Indian style. Yesterday we did some khichdi, which is a very healthy food for the system that calms the digestive system. And tonight we're going to do some halwa, which is a very delicious Indian sweet. And someone asked me about the lemon rice, and yeah, it was a success because he ate it all. So I'm going to share the recipe of the lemon rice. It's not mine, it's Mary. Mary is one of my teachers in Boulder, Colorado. She's the wife of Richard Freeman. And in their website, it's Freeman and Taylor. You can find beautiful, she's an incredible vegetarian chef. And I'm starting to follow and just to try some things here and there. And it's very beautiful. It's fulfilling to be home and create. So become creative. Thank you so much, everyone, for your questions. Please keep writing me. If one person writes me, I'll be here. I am really honored to serve you. And from India, I'm sending you all my love and in trust and faith always. Namaste.